Alright, hey guys!
Welcome back to Gunpla TV.
This is episode number 245.
Already, huh?
Already 245. We're getting up closer to that 250 number. It seems like just yesterday we were recording 200.
Yeah.
It wasn't so long ago.
Back with good old Sid.
Back with good old Sid. I wonder how he's doing.
Rest in peace. Not really.
Not really. Sid is doing...
He's still kicking around.
He's still kicking around, exploring the world as he should. Alright, so this is a new week, and just last week on our site, HLJ.com, we had some new Gundam items go up for pre-order.
Yeah, quite a few new ones.
Quite a few new pre-orders, and there was some pretty exciting stuff. Here, I got a catalog. They always send these to us, like new stuff that's going on the site. So, probably the hottest new item that went up on our site for this week was the real grade. We know now what is the next real grade going to be, and that is the real grade, and this is Johnny Ridden Zaku 2. So before, I think it was real grade kit number like 2 and 3, we had the first real grade Zaku kit. So this is like a new... Look, I'm guessing it's not going to be a completely new kit, but probably they take that old real grade Zaku kit. It's a pretty good kit, and they've added some new stuff to it here. So that's going to be exciting to show off.
Yeah, and it looks really sharp in that black and red.
It does. I believe this was coming out in November, if I remember right. Yes, November.
Yep.
So these kits were all coming out in November, I believe. Also, in addition to this real grade, we had a new Master Grade that went up on the site for pre-order, and that is the Master Grade GM Sniper Custom with some interesting green and white and gray colors there. That's looking pretty good. You can find all of these up for pre-order on our site, HLJ.com. Also, another kind of interesting thing, in addition to the usual HG kits, there's one new Build Fighter HG kit, but you can find that all on the site. But there's a new Gundam base coming, Action Base 4 and 5. Finally, we're getting something new in Action Base, and these look kind of interesting. They've got like a new type of arm to hold the kits on, and there's like a bigger 3 bases connect type of thing if you want to build a base for like a bigger master grade kit.
And you can put 2 kits on one if you've got like 2 HGs.
Right, if you want to do 2
really
HGs,
nice.
you could do that too. Or I think even in this images they're showing like 2 master grades on here too. So this base must be pretty sturdy, but I think it only comes with parts for 1 arm. So I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with that, but it's a possibility, I guess, with this base to maybe display 2 kits on it if you buy a couple bases, put them together, or...
Yeah. It's hard to see what they're doing with this one, but it looks like they just bought 2 so that they could use the arm from both.
Right.
Pose them together.
It looks like you're only getting 1 arm with it, but if you have an extra arm, or maybe you could borrow an arm from a different action base and plug it in. Not sure if the holes would work, but I would imagine so, probably.
Oh, you're right. Action Base 4 is specifically for 1/100 scale, and then Action Base 5 is for HG 1/144 scale. Well, HG or real grade.
Yeah, real grade. And that's kind of interesting, too, because it does note on here that the Action Base 4 comes with a bit longer arm. It says it comes with an 11 centimeter long arm, which is good for those taller kits. But then the Action Base 5 only comes with 1 base instead of the 3, but it says the arm for this one is only 7 centimeters, so it's a bit shorter.
Well, the arm, you probably double it, the 2 together, so it maybe is 14 centimeters.
Right, it's kind
total.
of got like a scissor type action going on. So one of those 2 parts is going to be shorter than the other. If you get the 4, you get 1 part is a bit longer. If you get 5, one's a bit shorter. So that's going to be interesting to see. We're going to get both of these action bases here on Gunpla TV, and we'll put them together for you guys once they come in... Well, these are coming in December.
Yeah, a little later.
Once these come in, we'll get them on the show and tell you guys how they are. They're going to be available in 2 different colors, black and clear. So that's going to be interesting to check out. All right, so also... when this video goes up, these should also be on the site. Last year we had some master grade version CAW kits, and there was like a premium decal version that you could buy. There's going to be a new list of version CAW master grade kits with premium decals included, and those should be available for pre-order on the site when you guys are watching this video now. So if you're interested, it's basically just all those, not all of them. Actually, I have a list if you guys are curious, because we do have the new one. This one is coming out in this month, September. This is the ZZ Gundam version CAW, And I believe pretty much all of the initial release of this, the ZZ Gundam version Ka will come with this premium decal version. So the ZZ version Ka kits without premium decals are going to be like later on. But if you get your pre-orders in now, if you order it early, then you should be able to get it with this version Ka decal.
And all of these will have a special box that says it comes with the decal on it.
Right,
So like the
there should be like a
decals
sticker.
are already inside it. It's not like we're going to put the bonus item in. They
No,
come inside.
This comes to us from Bandai with the decals included, and they put a little sticker on there.
Yep.
But in addition to the ZZ, which is coming out this month, it says part of these or special decals, the V2 Gundam. There's going to be one version with a special decal.
The Sinanju.
All right. What else do we got?
The Full Armor Unicorn Gundam.
Full
version
Armor
Ka.
Unicorn Gundam, and also the new Gundam version Ka.
The Sazabi.
The Sazabi version Ka, and the
Hainu.
Gundam version Ka. So,
Wasn't sure if you were waiting for me on that one.
well, either one. So all these should be available to pre-order on our site now if you guys want to. Check them out if you like some special decals. The last time we got these kits with those special decals, they're kind of cool. It's just like a little small decal sheet, and it's printed. They were printed in like a metallic gold and silver
Yeah, they were
colors,
really
so-
nice.
So that's something extra, something to check out. All right, so besides Bandai kits, actually there is no new Gundam kits that was being released or that came into stock this week. So we've been getting a lot of comments, hey, we want to see you guys do some other types of kits. Well, this is Bandai, but trying to do some other kind of kits. We had some, since there was no Bandai kits that came in this week, I figured, hey, it's a good chance to... Let's talk about something new from Kotobuki, and this just came in like last week or 2 weeks ago, I believe, and this is called HEXA Gear.
Yeah, and it was these are the first kits in the new series. It's really cool.
These look really cool. Can't
So
wait
we've
to build
got
them.
vehicles and riders.
Right. So yeah, it looks like for this HEXA Gear series, what it is you can buy the small riders. These are kind of like a smaller mobile suit type of thing.
And
then
they call these governors.
the governors, okay. They got a governors, and we got different kinds of names. We got Governor Parapon Sentinel.
And
the
armor type Pawn A1.
Armor type Pawn A1. They got some really cool looks to them, I think. So.
Yeah, cool weapons too.
Cool weapons. And those governors are meant to ride on these big kind of rides.
Yeah, this is the Rayblade Impulse.
They got the Rayblade Impulse there, and we have the Voltrex here.
And these do transform too.
These transform.
Which is really cool.
So it looks like both of them have kind of like a motorcycle, at least as far as these two initial releases go. They both kind of have like a motorcycle, or it says mode vehicle, and then this one has like a Voltrex mode. So it's kind of cool. This one's like has like a two-legged walker type mode, and those little governors, they can sit on top. What about the Rayblade?
Yeah, and this one's more like a dinosaur, so this one's kind of like a panther.
Like a panther. This one's got like a four-legged kind of cat-looking walking mode to it. Now, actually, the Voltrex I should probably mention, because some of you guys might have ordered this kit from us, but it hasn't actually shipped from us yet. We do have them, but we were notified by the manufacturer that one of the parts in the box was not manufactured correctly. So we are now currently waiting for the manufacturer to send us these correct parts, and as soon as we get these correct parts, they will be included with your kit, so that way you guys will be able to build your kit as it is meant to be. So hopefully we should have these parts shortly, I believe. So
Yeah, so the delay's a little lame, but at least, Kotobuki is getting the new parts to us right away.
right, it's better. It's better we find out about this as soon as possible,
Yeah.
rather than shipping a whole bunch of these kits and then, oh, by the way, the parts are wrong. No, yeah. But this kind of stuff happens. But I'm looking forward to building these. We'll have to see which ones we can do.
So which one do I get to do?
Well, actually,
Yes?
I had something else kind of in mind for you. I could have you build these cool HEXA Gear kits, but
But you want to build them yourself.
I want to build them myself. They're just so cool. But actually, we've been getting lots of comments for people wanting to see a certain line of kits being built.
What would those be, Todd?
So I had the idea, like, wait, this is kind of like, next week's going to be like a special Kotobukiya special week here on Gunpla TV. And we haven't done one of these yet, so it is time to...
Yay!
It's finally time to get an Armor Girls kit on here.
I'm excited for this one. Now, I did build the Cosmos before from Kotobukiya, so I imagine it's going to be slightly similar.
Okay,
but
she's got some experience.
Just a little bit. But I'm really excited. She looks so cool. I love the big wing type backpack.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool. Just people have been dying to see some Frame Arm Girls. Please build Frame Arm Girls. Please build Frame Arm Girls. And you did such a great job last week.
Did I?
With the Gyanko, so
thank you.
That's going to be interesting to see. Alright, so for this week though, we do have something to talk about. Now, I was really excited to build this kit, finally get a chance. This is from Yamato 2202, and this is a big ship whose name I have completely forgotten. The Aldebaran.
Aldebaran, I believe.
The Aldebaran. This is basically, because I remember the Andromeda. This is based off of the Andromeda class ships. And this is like the second ship in that class, so I can never remember the name for this one. But I love the Andromeda, so I was really looking forward to building this one. And this one is really cool, so let's check it out. Hey guys, so yes, it is something that is not a Gundam kit. This is from Yamato 2202, and this is the Aldebaran, however you want to pronounce it. And this is, I believe, the second ship in the Andromeda class of ships from the Yamato series. And boy, isn't it a beauty? Just look at how large this thing is. I mean, this is on an A3 sized cutting mat here, you can see. And this thing is basically just like exactly the same size as the cutting mat. Isn't it just fabulous? I've been wanting to build, as I mentioned in last week's episode, I keep seeing these Yamato kits like come into stock here at HLJ, and boy, they look really great. So I keep seeing these ships, and I really want to build the ships, and finally I get the chance. So I was really happy to finally get this chance to build it. All right. So a lot of you guys are used to building Gundam kits. This is also a Bandai kit, so the plastic is the same. And some of you might be wondering, like, well, how does the build compare to a Gundam kit? Is it more difficult? Is it less difficult? And to be honest, I have to kind of tell you that it can be a bit more difficult, but then at the same time, it is also easier than a Gundam. A Gundam, you have legs to worry about. You'll have like an inner frame to worry about, and there's kind of like a number of different parts and whatnot to worry about. Things have to go like be put together in a logical order, because if you don't do it the right way, maybe the arm doesn't open up correctly, or just something like that. That you don't really have that problem with this kind of ship kit. I mean, the whole the big parts of the whole basically came in just 4 large parts that you kind of put together. But where this kit can kind of get a bit difficult, well, for one, this is a special lighting version of the kit, so you do have to position like the LEDs, and you have to run the wires through certain parts of the plastic on the kit in order to get everything to line up. But there's not a whole lot of LEDs to actually go with this kit. If you've done the PG Unicorn, then this is no problem, because there's only like 5 LEDs, I believe it was, or something max. So that's not so bad, but that is something to worry about. Something to be cautious about. If you get those wires pinched between plastic parts, you might break it. So be sure to take extra caution when dealing with the wires and getting them into the correct position. Where this kit can be a bit more difficult than your usual Gundam kits are that it does have a lot of tiny little small parts. Like if you were to look on top of the guns here, there's tiny little kind of spikes that stick up, and you will be cutting those off and putting them on. Usually Gundam kits, you don't really deal with like parts as small as this. And there are you can tell there are kind of a lot of little spikes sticking off of this ship.
Yeah, let's get a close look at those.
Yeah, if you could please give a good zoom in on some of those spikes and maybe the bridge area if you can. Like up here, these two, these are all like little tiny small parts that you will be cutting off. And I use like a really great pair of nippers that can cut closely, so I don't really have to worry about cleaning up the parts too badly. But if you have a different type of nipper that maybe doesn't cut as cleanly as like a single edge type nipper, then you will have to clean these little tiny parts, which may be difficult because they're so small. So that is something you will have to watch out for. And these parts, usually when I build Gundam model kits for Gunpla TV, I'll put it together and then I put it back in the box and I bring it back to work so I can show it on the show. With this kit, there was no way that I was just going to throw it in the box, because if I just throw this thing in the box, some of these spikes are going to blink, they're going to fly out, or worse, because some of these are a bit kind of flexible. I mean, the worst thing I was worried about is if they bend, because if they bend it and you try to bend it back, then it's going to break. So once you have it together, be a bit cautious of all of the spikes. But that's like the biggest kind of worry that I would think that you would have when putting together this kit. It's just being careful with all of the small parts. Now, Gundam kits have articulation to talk about. Is there any articulation to talk about on this kit? Well, the guns move! There we go. So yes, we do get the guns are movable. And the barrels on the guns, sometimes if you build other kind of battleship kits and they have movable guns, they're kind of usually linked together. But Bandai has done it so that each barrel can actually be posed individually. So that is a cool feature. You can pose them up or down, however you would like. They don't have a whole big range of movement, just kind of a little bit up or down. And that is the front, and of course the guns on the rear also can rotate. But as far as articulation goes, that is about all there is to this kit. But this kit does have kind of a more bigger feature, and this is kind of one of the main big selling points of this kit is, if you look down here, you get this nice big black display base. And with this light up version, I have to mention also that the base is kind of attached to it. So you won't be able to remove the kit from it if you want. It'll always have to be stayed to the base. But you have a number of buttons here on the base, if you guys can see that, and they do some different things. So yes, inside the kit it lights up and it has sounds. So let's go ahead and let's flip on this switch here and let's have a look. Now Lindsay, if you could do me a favor and kind of kill that extra spotlight on the top so maybe everybody out there can get a better look at these lights.
All right.
Thank you very much. All right, so the switch is on. Now the first one that you have to push, if you push the other one, it doesn't work until you push the first button. So this is kind of like an on button, I guess, in addition to this one. And when you push this first button, we are going to get the tail lights. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much. All right, so let's have a look what we see and hear when we push the first button. Here it goes. Okay, so engines are fired up. You can see, so you get some red lights here, and the main thruster in the middle has got a blue one going on. Alright, so a little bit of sound, and it might be hard to see on the camera, but Bandai has given these lights kind of a bit of a flicker to them when that happens. Like a real engine, you get a bit of a flicker to it, but maybe you can kind of see it. Maybe just flicker a bit. Alright, so that's what happens when you push the first button. The engines power up and you get the thruster noise. Alright, so the second button, now that we've pushed that one, let's have a look at that one. So in the front of the ship we have, right here, there are two lights, so keep your eyes on those, and here we go.
Oh, powering up.
Alright, it's gonna fire its camera. Oh, you see that flicker? You see that flicker? Alright. Okay.
It doesn't look quite as good on the camera, but it's still pretty sweet.
Yeah. It's a bit hard for the camera to pick this up, but yeah, it is a really cool effect.
When you're looking at it in person, there's more of a red light in there too.
Right.
But the camera kind of just captures that white light, that blinding white light more.
Yeah, you really gotta see this in person. It's a really cool kit. Alright, so there you go. Alright, so there is a third button on here, and it appears this one actually doesn't really do much of anything other than change the volume.
A useful feature if you have housemates or
I guess so.
are in an apartment, I suppose.
And so, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool kit. It's a pretty cool feature. I know some people out there, when the original Light Up Andromeda kit came out, they were like, oh, I hope there's going to be like a version where, like maybe Bandai might release a version of this kit later on that doesn't feature the kind of expensive Light Up module. And actually inside of this kit, I did discover that it does have parts to build this kit if it doesn't include the LED set. On the instruction manual, it has like the X mark through these parts, letting you know that these aren't needed for this version. So I guess that's probably a possibility. But the light up feature is really cool. So it is a cool thing to have. Actually, can you turn that light back on for me? There were a couple of things I wanted to mention before ending this review. On the front, there are a couple of panels on the top and the bottom. Now, I chose to have, I think this is kind of like a missile pod that pops open. Now, I chose to build it with the closed position, but, or actually maybe not missiles, but like extra cannons. But they give you this option here, if you can kind of see that there.
Yeah, let's zoom in a little bit. There we go.
If you wanted, you can build this ship with these other panels with like the gun pods kind of popped open there. That's kind of cool. You can see there's 2 cannons on the inside there. That's a cool option. Now because I've cut these parts off and each one is kind of like supposed to go in an individual specific location. So I took a sharp kind of needle and I scratched on the bottom of each part like where they're supposed to go. So this is like for the bottom port side, if you are familiar with nautical terms. Alright, so this kit also, you'll notice this is, I basically, as I tend to usually do, just build it straight plastic. But it comes with Waterslide decals. I guess if you could zoom out just a tiny bit there.
There we go.
So we do get some Waterslide decals. Now I might be going through and painting this kit later on and using these decals. Although some of these large gray things, I probably would rather just paint this instead of using these decals. But that is an option. You get the usual markings and it's got the Aldebaran writings on there, so you get that. And there are some stickers that came out. A lot of these black stickers were actually kind of like to put on the sides of like where the lights are going, just to kind of block the lights from escaping into parts where it's not supposed to be seen. And they give you some options for on the display stand. If you want here, you can put the Aldebaran. They give it in English and Japanese, black or silver. So you have that option. Now this kit also came with really tiny. It's gonna be impossible to see.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, tiny little
All right,
fighter
we're
aircraft.
going in. We're zooming in.
We're going in. All right, guys, hang on to your hats. We're going in. There you go. Little tiny. Can you see that? Little tiny 1/1000th scale fighter aircraft. And it gives you these. You'll notice I didn't have these resting on the base because they don't really hold the aircraft so well. But if you plan to just build this kit and like maybe never move it again, then you can put them on the display stand like so.
Oh, that's where they go.
There you go. Can you guys see that there? So yeah, they just kind of clip into the, it gives a little holding arm and it just clips into that display stand like so, if you want to have it displayed like that.
Yeah, it's a nice extra detail. I feel like I would want to glue it in myself.
I have a feeling these parts would be pretty easy to lose. They're not held in there so tight. So, but there is that option, and I do love options. Okay, so I think that's about going to sum it up then for the review of the Aldebaran. If you guys are interested in Yamato and you like kits that light up, I do recommend. This was a fun build. It It was about the same length of time as putting together a Gundam, really, so it doesn't take so long of time, but it was fun to do, and it lights up. So that was really fun to build. I hope to get another chance to build some more Yamato kits.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the lights and sounds, too.
No, that was really awesome. I mean, a lot of like science fiction modelers out there, they love to light up their kits. And with this kit, you don't have to go through the hassle of like creating your own lighting kit. It just, everything comes this way from Bandai. So
Thanks, Bandai.
Thanks, Bandai. Although it is a little pricey, but hey, it looks really great. But speaking of Yamato.
Yeah, I've got a
Lindsay,
little something.
what do you have there?
So this is also from Yamato 2202.
This is 2202 also?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it is Yuki Mori.
Yuki Mori.
I forgot her name for a second. I'm sorry, guys.
Uh-oh.
I've watched the Yamato reboot series, the whole
the new
anime.
one? Okay.
But I have not seen the movies yet. But I really loved the series. It was great. I didn't watch the original, but...
Okay, like the old
Yeah,
original?
I didn't watch the old one, but I did watch the new reboot.
Yeah, I mean, so many people love the new remake of the anime series. Like the year it came out, or the year after, like there was like a rankings, like the best animes to come out in the year.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised, because that was around the same time as Build Fighters too, I believe. But always Yamato was like really ranked up, really high, like on the list of like great animes for that year. So Yamato was really popular.
Yeah, I mean, they did a good job. You know, some reboots are kind of sad.
Yeah.
But like, you could tell that they put a lot of care into that, put a lot of love in.
It's
and they knew their
great
stuff.
series. If you guys haven't watched the newer Yamato stuff, it's highly recommended. You go and check it out. But as far as this figure, would you like to give us a quick review?
Yeah, let's just look at it real quick. It's not a kit, but there are, of course, spare parts, optional parts. And she'll look great next to your...
All right, so like those aircraft or the cars with like the showgirls next to it?
Yes. Aldebaran is what I meant to say.
Aldebaran.
Keep forgetting the names.
Aldebaran. I will remember it someday.
Okay, so this is S.H.Figuarts Yuki Mori. And I believe this is her first time in the S.H.Figuarts series. They seem to have been bringing out more characters recently, and there's another one up for pre-order right now. Not Yuki Mori, but another girl. And as you can see, she's very nicely detailed. There's a lot of nice shading in the hair. Of course, you can't get that with plastic kits unless you do some painting yourself. And of course, she has no, what do they call them? Figurized busts. Figurized standards yet.
For her?
Yeah, Bandai hasn't broken into the Yamato series with their figurized standard lines. So if you want Bandai Yuki Mori posable, this is the way to go. Now she comes with this belt loop on, and it's loose, which is nice because it allows for some posability with the arms. And it comes with 2 gun holsters here.
Ooh.
One has the gun inside it. It's a little hard to see. But I have her with the gun not inside right now. It's very easy to change out, just a little peg. And that is so you can pose her actually holding the gun.
Oh, that's a nice looking gun.
With the other hand, let's see. She comes with 2 gun holding hands, so you can put it in either hand if you like, but let's just take off
she has a
the
left
standard
gun holding hand and a right gun holding hand?
Yeah, she seems to have duplicates of most of her hands here.
That kit has more hands than a Gundam.
Probably more faces, too. Now, it was pretty easy to get the hand off, but because it's posable, the peg just isn't staying still for me right here.
Gotta be careful not to break that peg too, I would imagine.
Yeah, just twist it on. There we go. Nope,
no.
I didn't get it.
Help, help.
It's just moving around and it won't go in.
They've taken my hand.
There we go. I'm
Give me
so
a
sorry for
hand.
the wait. All right, and then the gun just slips right in.
Well, that's cool.
Now, she's smiling right now, so it doesn't really fit the accessory, but you're in luck because she's got 3 optional faces in addition to the main one.
Okay.
So we can give her a little bit more of an aggressive look there.
Oh, we're going to do a little bit of face-off?
Yeah, face-off. Not that movie. So with most of these, what you do is you just pop off the front hair. And because she has kind of extra strands at the side, you also need to remove those. And it's a very soft plastic.
Maybe she's one of the faceless men.
I think I need to lift it up. Pull it out.
Okay,
There we go.
Look at the brains on the inside.
There we go. See, the hair, her side hair kind of is attached. So you have to not only take off the front bangs, but you have to pull this piece up. And like I said, it's very flexible, so it's not easily breakable like hard plastic would be.
Not easily, but I would imagine you'd still want to take some kind of caution.
Yeah. So you just pop those in. Place her front and center there.
Oh, she's looking fierce with that face.
And then pop the bangs back on.
Oh boy.
And now get her in a nice action pose. I gotta say, this does not come with a stand. And because she has such thin legs, thin feet, you really do want to buy a stand. Otherwise, she's just gonna fall. Earlier, I had her propped up against this. Which works fine because her hair kind of
it works as
falls
a holder.
falls around the arm and works as a holder. So her other main accessory aside from the gun is this nice little...
Like a tablet?
Yeah, it's like a tablet, a futuristic tablet.
Oh, it's a transparent see-through tablet.
She also comes with these nice little holding hands. So if you replace both her hands and put these in, she can clasp them together in front of her like this. And then let's just take a quick look at the other faces. We've got closed eyes. She looks like she's
Is that her sleeping face?
Well, maybe
a
troubled. No, you know what? No. Moving on. And like side glance. So we've got her main face, which is kind of looking forward, and then this one, which is also smiling and just looking to the side. The action face and the troubled sleep face, not the toilet face. So I want to put this tablet in her hands because I think it's a cool accessory. And I've already got the hand in there. So all you do is slip it in like that. And she holds it on her arm in front of her so that she can look at it. I'm sorry, I'm just being slippy fingers here.
It's an iPad from 2202.
Yeah, I'll get her back with her normal face. So she's not angry at her tablet.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe she found out some news that she wasn't so happy about.
But yeah, there you go.
Okay, nice shot of the backside there.
She's pretty cool, and she will look really nice next to your Yamato ship kits.
Okay.
I can talk, I swear. So that was S.H.Figuarts Yuki Mori.
Oh, she looks great.
She does.
Fabulous.
Beautiful.
Just beautiful. All right, so I guess that kind of wraps it up for our special Yamato week here.
Yep.
All right.
Good stuff.
Good stuff indeed.
But we're not done quite yet.
We're not done quite yet. I think we had some comments from the last episode.
We did.
If you would do the honors.
I checked this time to make sure there was no booga booga on it.
No booga booga boogas? Oh, darn.
Okay, the first one comes from Foxhound, who said, using a panel line marker for Gyanko's eyelashes looks so much better than the stickers. Nice work.
That was really great.
Thank you.
That looked really good on there.
Yeah, I couldn't get the bottom part perfect, but I was pretty satisfied with the top eyelash.
Right, the top, yeah, they looked, well, I mean, the bottom looked good too, I thought, though.
I smudged it a bit with my finger. Anyways, if you guys didn't notice, don't worry about it. Okay, the next one comes from Galio Zabi, who said, so this mega size cannot handle its weight. Guess I will stick to HG and RG then.
Alright, so about that mega size not being able to handle its weight.
Yeah, tell us about that, Todd.
There was a slight accident with my mega size after that episode was recorded. And here you will see half of a V-fin. And here is 1/3 of that V-fin. And here is the other third of the V-fin. So I had the mega size was probably standing here in this room on this table.
Oh, it was still in here.
It was still in here. It was on this table, and I think he just took a nosedive right off the table and probably landed. This is probably the first thing that hit the ground. If a part breaks, usually breaks in two. This is my first time that I've ever had a part break in 3 pieces.
Yeah, well, the V-fin looks pretty delicate.
Yeah, so if you have the mega size, just be a bit cautious, I guess, where you stand it. If you have it on a ledge, there's a possibility that it might go flying.
You gonna try to fix that?
Well, I could see. I maybe could glue it together.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's lightweight enough that I think it would stick.
Right now, he's just a bit V-fin-less.
Sad.
Or I could just glue it together like in one unicorn mode. There we go. No, I can't do that. I'll figure it out somehow. I'm sad I broke my parts.
I'm so sorry, Todd.
Life goes on.
Okay, life goes on with Zero Convoy, who said, best way to deal with cats while building Gunpla is to leave the box that the Gunpla came in on the floor. The cat will lay in it and be happy. Speaking from personal experience. Well, see, the problem here, Zero Convoy, is that I have 2 cats, and they won't both get in the box at once.
Well, but Gundams, there's technically 2 halves of the box. You can have one top and one bottom.
But I keep all of the parts in the box while I'm building, so that the cats don't bat them around while they're outside, and I
have to
lose
get you
pieces.
a spare box.
I'll need a spare box.
Like maybe one of those like 100 yen store type boxes with the plastic lid.
Yeah.
So the cat starts putting its paw in, like, hey, what's this? You can go, close the lid. Don't play with that.
No, I don't think I will hurt the cat, but it is a good idea to get a spare box for parts.
Right, you can get a spare box for the cats. They love boxes.
They'll take one or the other.
Right.
Either the Gunpla box.
Cats usually, know they'll take like whatever you're most concerned about.
Yep. And
Like, she's not concerned about that box, but those parts, she's looking at those parts.
Yeah.
I know it. Snap.
She'll pay attention to me if I just whack that off. Yep, I will indeed.
Cats, aren't they fun? They're so
Yes.
cute, especially big fuzzy ones.
Yeah, mine are the best. I mean, mine are the cutest. Just how it is.
Just how it is. And speaking of cute things
And pretty things.
and pretty things, we had something to give away from last week's episode. It's not a cat guy, but it is a bear guy. Bear guy. There's extra G in there. And this is the P Pretty. So let's see who won the bear guy Pretty. Let me pass that over to you. All right, so the winner of the bear guy P Pretty goes to comment number 37 from PT25. And PT25 said, can't wait to see a non-Gundam model kit review. Well, hey,
You're in luck.
You're in luck, because this week we had some, and next week we're going to have even more, and you are the winner of the bear guy, so it's like a triple wow whammy for you, Mr. or Mrs. PT25.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We'll be contacting you on HobbyLink.tv. Alright, so we do have something new to give away for this week, and this week it's something a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And this is the Gundam Barbatos Lupus. There you go. I'm going to say it however I want.
Okay.
This is the 1/100 scale. So we gave away another one not too long ago, which was
And this
the
is
HG.
the full mechanics.
This is the full mechanics. So you get that wonderfully detailed inner frame, as well as just this wonderfully looking kit. All right, maybe we should open this up and see what did Sid leave us in the box. Ta-da! He's all here. Look at that sword.
Oh.
That's kind of cool. It's a bit dull to be a sword, though. Not very sharp. But hey!
It's blunt
could
enough.
win it.
You can kill things with it.
You could probably kill something with it. Or you can use it to whack a cat.
Again, with the animal abuse, Todd.
Well, you're not... Aw. Hey, don't touch that part.
You're not coming over to my house.
Oh. All right. So if you guys would like to win the 1/100 Full Mechanics Gundam Barbatos Lupus, all you need to do is go to hobbylink.tv and find Gunpla TV episode number 245 and post a comment. And that's all you need to do.
We'll be waiting for you.
We'll be waiting for your comments. And we'll be back next week with some HEXA gear and Kotobukiya and Frame Arm Girls action. So I believe that about does it for this week's episode.
Yep. Hey Todd, where can they find us?
You can find us on hlj.com.
And
That's the
Tumblr.
best way. And Tumblr.
And Twitter.
And Facebook.
And Instagram.
And
we have links to all those on our top page,
we
HLJ.com.
do indeed, HLJ.com. All right, guys, please remember we are brought to you by HLJ.com. So thank you for watching. We hope you all have a great week.
See ya.